Greetings, I'm Caffeine Rage, and I'm back with more of Let's Play Spintires MudRunner, and join me, just plugging right along, is...
Gaming Psychologist.
And, hey, we're back with some recording. It's been a while.
Woo!
Again.
It's been a while.
So what the fuck were we doing?
We are finishing up this map. I'm working on Lumber Mill 3, and you're working on Lumber Mill 2.
Yeah, and I need to get fuel, and I think I took a wrong turn at the end of the last episode, but I was also trying to get to a spot where I could actually stop without it being on a hill. So, yeah. It's been a while. Quite literally and figuratively on this map.
Yep.
I don't think you're going to allow me to pick maps anymore.
It's fine.
Hey, at least this one isn't a nightmare.
Yeah. It's taken us a little bit of time to get through it, but I'm not, like, ready to kill myself after every recording session.
Yeah,
so that's an improvement.
Yeah, it's been a challenge, but a fair one. I think that's the best way to put it.
Indeed. So there was a story you were going to tell me, although I have to ask a question. I think you told me. You probably told me. I just forgot. Which one of the Alexa devices did you get? Did you get the Dot?
The Dot, yeah.
Okay. I'm considering buying a Dot. Before you tell me your story, do you like it as a product?
Oh, I really like it.
Okay. They're only $20 right now.
Well, I paid $15 for my second gen. It was the link I sent you.
Okay.
The one that's $20 right now is actually the third gen, which is a little bit of a better speaker on it.
Okay.
I actually researched into it before I bought it. The difference on the generations. There's right now. I don't think they even sell the first gen anymore. But the second gen, it's a okay enough speaker. I would say it's a. Well, I heard people say about alarm clock radio style speaker, or about quality, I should say, and I would agree with that. It's good enough for the voice commands and hearing information, but you're not going to be playing music. Third gen has a lot better speaker, but here's the thing: is that they all have Bluetooth compatibility. So I've just been running it through my Bluetooth speaker that I have, and I've been planning on getting a better Bluetooth speaker anyway. So, yeah. And the only other difference is the second gen only has a single microphone, and the third gen has 4 for more better directional sound. So it's a bit better at picking up far off commands, but I'm not far from it. So
nice.
And and it actually surprised me at just how accurately it's able to pick me up. Granted, I don't have a thick accent. I do have an accent, but I don't have a thick one. So my neighbor has been fighting with, I think his is the Google Assistant. He has an Android phone. And he hates it because he has a very, very thick accent. You know, half the time it's wrong, half the time it does half the command, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I use Google all the time. I'm not going to say the full phrase because my phone will beep on and start trying to figure out what I'm telling it to do. But I use that all the time, and I really like it. But the only problem is, like, with it being on my phone, like, it's tied to my phone being either locked or unlocked.
Yeah.
And there's certain things it does based on what state. And I really just want a device that's, like, here, connected to my home at all times. I'm slowly building towards...
I got it just before Thanksgiving, and I used the hell out of it while I was cooking because I kept setting up timers.
Yeah.
So
that's probably the most used function on mine, actually. Because, I mean, with my kid, like, everything's a timer. Because he's, like, you know, he knows, like, to ask for times on stuff when we tell him no, and usually we're pretty good about... Like, that's a way to get something he wants, is it's like, okay, 5 more minutes, we'll set a timer. And then, like, he tries to do it, too, because he's heard me do it so many times.
But you have it locked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Anyway, so what's your story? Unless you have...
Well, it's a couple things. I've just been, getting used to it because it feels a little silly at first, just yelling out. But it also, during that first day, it feels very Star Trek-ish because I grew up with Star Trek The Next Generation. And, vocal commands when I was growing up was sci-fi. And it just kind of dawned on me just how much of our world now is what sci-fi would have been when I was growing up, right?
Yep.
Kind of crazy, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm not too far off actually. I mean, I'm a little bit younger than you, but I mean, my family are Trekkies, so I watched a lot of Star Trek growing up as well. Even though at the time
it was reruns or Voyager.
Yeah, which I like Voyager. Okay, I actually didn't come to Voyager until I was closer to a teenager, but my mom actually had the VHS box set of all of the Next Generation. And then later the DVD box set, and now she has the Blu-ray box set. So, yeah, I'm watched quite a bit of Star Trek as a kid.
So during Thanksgiving, I was cooking away. I decided just to make a chicken instead of a turkey this year because I was by myself, and I'm still gonna take several days to eat on a 5-pound chicken. So. You could imagine me having even a small turkey, right?
Yeah.
I made a joke with a friend. Yeah, if I made... she was wondering why I didn't make a turkey instead of a chicken. I said, because I don't want to be having turkey during St. Patrick's Day. Well,
makes sense.
Well, she was coming to check on me because she knew I was by myself. And her daughter also, there's something going on there, but I didn't stick my nose into it. But she was rather upset. But she stopped by to check up on me and wish me happy Thanksgiving. And someone's honking outside across the highway. I'm not sure if you can hear that.
I cannot.
I barely heard it. And I'm also doing navigation. And I was playing music, like you do. I actually also got a free subscription for a few months for the Amazon Unlimited Music.
Yeah, it wasn't 99 cents for 3 months or something
no,
like that?
No, this was a free trial for 3 months.
Oh, okay.
I'm wondering if I should keep it because I do like playing the music on there, but I'm not sure. I typically just listen to stations and random playlists. So I'm not sure how much it actually uses them,
Yeah.
I wish there was some sort of information about that, because I've looked.
Yeah, I mean, if you play music, I don't know, 15 hours a week or so, 15, 20 hours a week, I feel like that's real good value. Just to have, because the best thing about the subscription, because I did this with Google Play Music for a while, without the subscription, you just have to listen to random playlists. But with it, you can make your own playlists and listen to pretty much whatever on demand. And I like that, but I don't listen to enough music to really justify paying for it.
Yeah, well, I've also set up my routine, so whenever I start my morning, whenever that is. Sometimes it's not during the morning, by the way. It goes through the news, and then it'll hit the... at the end of the routine, I'll just start playing music until I tell it to stop. Because if I'm more awake and I'm actually cooking breakfast, instead of just having a bowl of cereal as per usual or something like that, it's less yelling, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, my neighbor stopped by and she actually asked me who I was talking to because she thought she started to excuse herself, thinking I had company.
Nice. I'm just chatting with my Star Trek technology. No problems. You're fine.
And then she, started to get not really nosy, but curious about it. And I told her that, it's hooked into music and all sorts of things. And I asked her what her favorite artist is, and had it start playing that. And she was really impressed with it, to the point that she wanted one, but she doesn't have the internet, so it wouldn't be useful to her.
Yeah, I kind of need that.
Yeah, she's seen about the Google version of it. I have the Amazon. And probably the funniest thing on it was, I knew a few of the Easter eggs already. And whenever she said, you know, I guess she was just caught up in the moment, and she said, "All right, well, tell it thanks for me," and I did, and the dot said, "You bet." Just the look on her face. I mean, that was worth the $15 right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was supposed to be a used item, but... Oh, we're on the same road. You're actually about to pass my D class.
Yep, I was gonna check the map when I got to where the road really narrows to make sure I let you come through.
I just thought it was hilarious because I knew that that was a thing for it.
Yeah, I always tell Google thank you, and she's got some different, like, your welcome responses.
Oh, I'm just stopping right here. You could go by.
I am stuck currently, so feel free to rock on with your bad self.
This was fueled. I thought it needed fuel. Okay, if I could back this up, I'll winch you out. I'm actually haven't even turned the engine on.
I think I got myself free. We'll see if it bogs down again.
Yeah, I thought this needed fuel, but I guess not.
Yep. Correction on being free. We just are now stuck in a new position.
Should I get the lube?
Oh, hey, you've got double logs?
Yeah. This is enough to finish the other.
Sweet.
I don't think I'm close enough just yet. No. It's a little hard for me. I know I'm just off. I should just park this up here, then come back and get you. Because trying to back up with that thing is precarious.
Not really going anywhere, so take your time.
I was about to say, just wait right there.
Attempt number 3.
Oh, that is the wrong button. Thankfully, I was on a flat terrain. What I wanted was detached trailer and hopefully the parking. Oh, no, that's not. Yeah, that is just ever so slightly a slope. So it's slowly getting away from me. Yeah, I'm just trying to set this up so if it does roll, it doesn't, like go down the hill and crash on me. So I'm just going to have it where it'll be butt up against the fuel truck. Because, using fuel trucks as a parking brake is a good idea, right?
Well, I mean, fuel trucks are very heavy. You can use fuel as ballast, so why not use it like parking brake.
Okay, there we go. I'm not sure why the trailers don't have some sort of parking brake.
Yeah. You can even do it Russian style. Just get a big old rock. Stick it behind the tires.
I get fuel truck. Full of vodka. Yeah, I was just making sure that the engine was turned off on the fuel truck. No need to waste fuel. Not sure if that's a thing, but Well, wait. Well, we're good, right?
Yeah, actually, I've never figured out if it uses fuel while the
I mean,
engine is
I know
at
the
idle.
I know the active truck does.
Yay! Teamwork.
So it's a good thing I did go the wrong way, huh?
Yeah, thanks. I probably could have fished myself out eventually. Worst case, I just swap to my E-Class and drive it all the way down here. But this was faster.
Yeah.
Just gonna... trailer up on the ground, and I'm good. So I'm stopping. And release. Thank you.
Now the precarious part of reattaching the trailer.
I'll wait here for you to do your thing.
Well, it's just the fact that it's such a pain in the ass to maneuver this thing. Back it up.
Seems like you got it okay to me.
Yep. Yeah, now let me get out of your way because... yeah, I just need to hang a left here.
Check the map.
I think. Yeah. Definitely a left. Don't need to go swimming on this one, right?
Oh, but it'd be so much fun.
I don't know who's honking a horn, but they're very proud that they have a horn. Hey, I got a horn too. I got
Me three.
like a flock of angry geese, huh?
Yeah.
Lumber geese. God, I hate lumber geese. Almost as bad as Illinois Nazis.
Hi-oh.
That makes me wonder. Would the Blues Brothers be considered a left-wing movie now because they hate Nazis?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it's such a weird... politics is in such a stupid place.
Yeah, politics is always kind of dumb, but it's like this hell we've been living in for the last 2.5
I would say
years,
beyond that.
give or take. Yeah,
Oh,
it's gotten worse. I didn't read anything about politics yesterday on purpose. It was great.
Yeah, sorry, my controller disconnected there for a moment. I guess just some interference.
I just played a fuck ton of video games. Kid was at my parents' house.
Oh,
Just sat at home playing video games.
I got to make up for seeing the shrine.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you never talk. You need to tell about that.
Well, we get there. Let's see. I texted you about it on Wednesday, I think,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so we spent the night there, Wednesday night, and then, had Thanksgiving on Thursday.
Oh.
What?
That was a bit of an odd geometry there. I'm all right. It's just that truck kind of took a weird turn. D-Class doesn't give a shit. Okay,
D-Class don't care. D-Class don't give a fuck. So we got there and we're bringing our stuff in. Everything seems fine and dandy. And hanging up on, like, my parents have got cabinets in their garage,
Mm-hmm.
and hanging up on the cabinet are a pair of Trump 2020 hats, and they say "Keep America Great," and I just went, "Oh no." So then we go over to the door, and there's the floor mat, welcome mat, says Trump 2020, Keep America Great. Oh no. So then we go out.
So were you conflicted about wiping your feet?
No. But so we go inside. And they've got like beer koozies or cozies, the little, things you put beer cans or beer bottles in to keep them cold.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bunch of those that say.
Do your parents even drink?
Yeah, they do. Not as much as they used to.
Well, outside of Kool-Aid, I mean.
Hey-o.
Sorry.
Nope, it is true. So, there were those, and then there were more floor mats that said...
Oh, another, like, bonding up there, but... I'm bonding up. I need to eat more fiber.
Hey-o. But there was just shit everywhere. And then the old stuff that they had for Trump 2016 was there. And I just was like, oh God. I wonder if they're doing it on purpose. Because they know I hate it. I didn't say anything about it though, except to you. And then later that night to Katie. About how it was driving me nuts. They've got like a little... I think that the term like that I've heard before is mother-in-law cottage. But it's really like just like a teeny tiny guest house that doubles as a pool house for their pool.
So basically, if they were OJ, where Ken Starr would live?
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a deep cut reference. Going back a little ways.
I did get the right person, right?
I think so.
Yeah, close enough.
But anyways, so we stayed out there, and I took all that stuff and I threw it like in the loft. Like all the koozies and the floor mat, like everything. I just like wadded it up and threw it in the loft.
How much did they have?
I don't know. I assumed that they bought, like, that Dad went and bought like the maximum support package for the Trump 2020 campaign. Probably hundreds of dollars, knowing my parents. I mean, I know we've had this discussion off recording. I don't know if we ever talked about it on recording. My parents have money, and they're selfish bastards.
And throwing it, it's kind of, ironic, selfish bastards yet throwing it away.
Yeah, my parents particularly, well, no, it's both of them are like your stereotypical GOP people who consistently vote against their own interests, but they have enough money. Like my dad's a small business owner, and he's got enough money that, like, in every way except for the way that keeps him having the most money possible, he votes against his own interest and is not charitable or kind at all, despite claiming to be a Christian. Very hypocritical sort of people.
Oh, this is not good.
You're right. It's not good. They're terrible.
Well, I was talking.
What's your thing?
Well, I was talking about my trailer setting it like a. How the hell is that even still loaded? It hit a rock or something behind me, and the D-class went right over it. Not a problem, but I mean, I guess I just got to go forward because going back would just bind up the trailer, right?
Probably.
It's at like an 80-degree angle.
But, yeah. When my parents die, as long as I've not done anything to have them write me out of the will, all of that money that they spent so long, like, accumulating and saving up for some reason, I'm just going to give most of it away. I can't wait. Kind of just let them...
Oh, should I set up my foundation now and then?
Please do. Just going to watch them spin in their graves. Like, yeah.
No. Before you do that, before you bury them, you during the funeral, you stick magnets in their pockets. All right, and then have the coffins lined with copper wire. That way, as they spin, they generate electricity.
Brilliant. I sort of halfway flipped my controller, or my truck, and my controller just died, so... Changing batteries.
Oh, wow, I am getting a lot of interference on my controller, I think. Yeah, I'm just watching it flash, which... my controller flashing is not a good sign. I use a DualShock. For those who are listening, you know I have a DualShock controller. And I have it set up where if there's something bad happening, the light bar starts flashing. Either it starts flashing purple if it's at low battery, or if it starts to get a high latency, it starts flashing red. So that's why I lost connection earlier, I guess, is that I had high latency. But, you know, I'll take money for the computer fund.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents thoroughly dislike helping black people, Hispanic people, people who in the past have suffered from some sort of drug problem,
Now,
people who were once in prison and want to better their lives.
No. Continue.
I mean, they just
I'm
like
seeing,
anybody.
I'm seeing if I take off a box sooner or later.
I mean, they just like anybody who uses welfare or social support.
Oh, there we go.
They
Because
think
I'm
that
on
those people
because
are
I'm on disability.
Yep, they think those people are all good for nothings, who are just lazy and don't want to work.
All right, let's put a divot in their left leg and give them a scar tissue the size of their damn fist.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to convince me. They think that because one person somewhere one time did break the rules, that everyone must break the rules.
Basically the bad apple theory, right?
Yep.
Okay, now this may seem crass of me, but... And
You crass? No. Never you.
Do you want to get disowned? Is that why you want me around for Thanksgiving next year?
No, I want you here because I love you.
I mean, it just sounds like you know, it's like, you know, I don't need their money. I'll invite the token cripple that I know.
I mean, I know more than one crippled person. Like, technically, I know lots of people who are crippled and or disabled in some way, but like personally, beyond just like people I interact with at work, you're not the only person I know.
All right, your favorite cripple.
There you go. But yeah. I mean, just think of like all of the boxes that you've ever... They don't like gay people, transgender people. They don't like anybody that count like that
Jeebus wouldn't like.
Yeah. They don't like anybody on the, you know, the LGBTQs and all the other letters that...
Yeah, I have to admit that
have been added.
I don't even know what the proper term is anymore because they keep adding letters on it to it, and I lose track.
Yeah, I don't know either. You know, it must be bad if I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Or confusing. Maybe bad's the wrong word, but...
Yeah,
Dang it, am I stuck again? Can I back up? I don't know what I'm stuck on, Rage. I don't know. It's dark, I can't tell.
Well, just ask the monsters outside to give you a push.
Like, give me a push, monsters.
But don't break down the door or you shield them.
Yeah, I'll have to shoot you. That was pre-recording, right?
Yeah.
As my kid, we had to have the monster talk. I don't know what he's watched or read or seen or heard from my weird parents, but he's worried about monsters coming in.
No, obviously it wasn't from the parents. Otherwise it would be gay people.
I'm sure that he's...
Or the Hispanics. No, that's it. It's the caravan. They're trying to cross the property border.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm thinking Thanksgiving would be a very bad idea. Maybe have like a Friendsgiving some other time of the year or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it went okay this year. I mean, nobody got into a fight. There was no yelling. A few awkward conversations. Some family drama. But nothing out of the ordinary for my family. Like, the bar for having a good Thanksgiving is pretty low. It's like, was there any fighting, yelling, screaming? Did anybody leave the house pissed off? Was anything broken? Like, if all those things are no, good Thanksgiving. Like, what most people would probably consider, like, below average is, like, pretty good for us, for my family. It's okay to actually genuinely good. Like, the fewer people that are there, like, if it's just me and my parents, my grandmother, and Katie and King, it's pretty good. Pretty good. We can all do fine. But then once you start adding the other family into the mix, it just gets messier and messier.
Like oil and water?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, this year
or more like matter and antimatter.
Yeah. So this year, for the amount of people that were there, it was like a miracle. Because it was me, my parents, my family unit, my parents, my grandmother, my aunt and uncle, and their 3 kids. These are the kids that I've told you about before. They're like, I'm there to like be a sane person for them to talk to about things, and to know that it's okay that they have questions about their own religious beliefs and things too, and not to listen to all the crazies in our family all the time, to make their own choices about things. Those kids. And their parents, my aunt and uncle, are just as bad as my parents.
Also, you're the heathen.
Oh, yeah, I'm the heathen. Katie's a pretty close second.
Well, we've both corrupted her, so.
Absolutely. Although her parents are worried that I'm... Oh, wait, no, yeah, that's right. No shit. I went to scratch my head and I smacked my pop filter. I just...
Yeah, another... maybe this is a Freudian thing because you just want to smack your pop instead.
Hey-o. But yeah, Katie's parents are worried that I'm corrupting her, I think.
Oh, obviously, I mean, there's no question on that one, but...
She told me that she had a conversation with them when she went to visit them earlier this year, and they were, like, trying to prepare her to, like, convince me I was wrong or something. Like, they were like trying to be like, okay, here's all the questions that atheists usually ask, and here's the answers that you have to convince them that they're wrong. And she was like, look, I don't agree with everything that he says, but it's none of y'all's business. Like, and it's none of my business. We get along great. We work well together. We love each other. That's enough for me.
But of course the questions, right?
Oh yeah. So this could be a very interesting Christmas time.
Now, are you prepared for the banana?
So I had some kind of like physics glitch or something. My load of logs went through the trailer and is dragging the ground. And I think it's got me stuck. So I'm dropping my load of logs. I'm using my crane to fix it. Then we'll try again. But yeah, so that's what I have to look forward to at Christmas. Also having to deal with my family again. Was just supposed to be a very chill Christmas. Just Katie, or my parents and us, and then the Chinese exchange students that we call, like, Katie calls her sisters just because of how many years they spent living with them, are coming to our house for Christmas this year, so that's pretty cool. They're cool. We were just gonna like go chill with my parents for a little bit and then chill until Katie's family gets here. But now my mom is talking about like, oh, we're gonna do all this stuff for Christmas with Donnie and Kristen. That's my aunt and uncle. And other family, and we're just like, Katie and I are both just like, no. No ma'am. We are not doing it. So yeah, it's gonna be a interesting Christmas this year.
Yeah, I gotta move my fuel truck because it was in the way. Alright. Now I need to watch out for this spot because this is the one that I've dropped logs on twice already. Matter of fact, there's a log sitting right there to warn me. So there's at least one of the logs that I missed or lost before.
Yeah, I'm super hardcore stuck. I'm working on getting myself out. I have things to winch to, so all hope is not lost yet, but currently it's not looking so hot.
Yeah, well, I'm in a section where I have to pay a lot of attention right now.
I have purposely dropped the load of logs, they're just laying here in the back, to make my truck lighter.
Because, of course, right, physics.
Yeah, video game logic.
Ding.
All right, I think I did it. Let's just repack those logs.
Yeah, this is annoying. I hit a rock and it juggled the D class into the ditch. Because of course, right?
Of course.
And the D class doesn't have the turning radius to be able to get back out of the ditch without, just riding in, so.
I need some hot tea. Like, my throat's not hurting or anything. It's feeling a little bit scratchy.
Easy, easy. Stay on target.
It's mostly my allergies, I think. All right, there's 4 points of logs there. Fuel up at the fuel station and head back for load number 2 for this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it makes me a jerk whenever I hear you talk about all the drama. I'm thinking, maybe being alone for the holidays isn't such a bad thing.
It doesn't make you a jerk. Katie and I were having that conversation earlier today, actually. Like, not about being alone for the holidays, not about you, but just like we were talking about the holidays and which holidays have been good for us and which holidays have been bad. And all the holidays where we avoid all or most of our family are always good. And then the holidays where that we have most of our family there, be it her family, my family, or both, then that's always a mess.
I mean, I realized how much of an ass I sounded like whenever I said it before, whenever you were talking about preparing for Thanksgiving. And it wasn't until after the fact, it's like, yo, that was kind of a jerk thing to say.
Yeah, I didn't think you were a jerk, because it's true. Family can be a wonderful thing.
But when religion enters the mix and you don't agree on it, right?
Yeah. When you have a family like mine, I would love to know what it's like to have a good family.
Couldn't tell you.
My family sucks. And yes, I know that there are worse families out there than my family, but my family still sucks.
Trying to decide if I can make this turn or not.
Something has gotten messed up with my little navigation thingy.
No, not the thingy.
Seriously? I just dug myself into the ground. Use the wench.
Yeah, I'm being very quiet because I'm making a U-turn essentially.
Oh, you're fine.
With the D class. So you can imagine that's like an 8-point turn, right?
Minimum 8-point turn.
Well, to be fair, I did have an embankment helping.
I'm helping.
I'm in danger.
God, why can't I winch to any of those trees over there? They must just be barely out of range. Fuel station is right there, and I can't get to it, and I'm gonna run out of fuel.
Oh, I think I'm on the road I'm not wanting to be on. Because I have to admit that the map on this map kind of sucks. That's the worst part about it.
Yeah, it does suck.
But I imagine that's a pre-generated, or not pre-generated, but it's generated by the game. So there's not a lot that you could do about it. Otherwise, I'd imagine that there would be different styles of maps people would use in these maps.
Yeah, but they're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I made it. I got myself unstuck. Yeah, well, how do I get over there again? All right.
Yeah, sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm just Slowly creeping up on this.
Vroom vroom. Yay, you did it.
I'm a winner. So now it's just down to you.
Well, I just started my trek back across the map. I mean, I suppose if you
have
got
your
there
load?
first. Do what?
I'm not even sure where this lumber mill is. It's in a section of map I haven't even went to.
It's past the fuel station. Out towards the edge of the map.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yep, and I'm headed back to get my next load of logs to return.
And it needs
I mean, if
4,
you get there
right?
faster, and yeah,
So that means 2 loads of short. Basically what I did. Can't blame me there, though, can you?
no, this is a pretty direct path, not as bad as the one you had to take. A couple of real boggy areas where I got stuck and had to work my way through. But for the most part, fairly direct.
Yeah, speaking of fairly direct. This is probably a terrible idea, but what the hell, I'd have to go back to our garage anyway. D-Class doesn't give a fuck.
We should finish this map tonight, though, as long as we don't, no major calamity befalls us. Alright, I need to stop, check the map.
I think I hooked my trailer on a tree. Trying to
Well
take
done, sir.
Well, I was trying to take a shortcut.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, let's put it this way. I cut about 15 minutes of travel time off.
So it worked out pretty well.
I went down the mountain. Literally.
I did that a couple of times. One time I flipped over.
Well,
I was successful.
I was in the D-Class, and I kept my trailer. So I say that was pretty successful. I'm just going to load up on the short logs instead of resetting.
Go for it.
Because what the hell, right? Basically, if I failed on trekking down the mountain, I would have reset and swapped out to medium logs.
Is this said go either way. I'll go straight.
And in honor of Stan Lee, time for some Spider-Man.
Indeed. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Still felt like he was going to go on forever, you know?
Yeah. I still haven't seen anything that was like, secretly, Stan Lee was the most horrible person ever to walk the face of the earth. So maybe he wasn't so...
I obviously
all
haven't
right.
been watching Fox News.
Oh, have they been?
No
You making a
idea.
joke
But
or are you being serious?
I'm
It's hard to
making
tell these
I'm
days.
making a joke. But let's put it this way: they did a piece about Mister Rogers being a terrible person because he was teaching everybody they were special. So at that point,
Uh-huh.
you know,
I mean, I'm not surprised. Fox News are the worst. But yeah, I mean, when you said that, like, I hadn't heard anything about it, but I just like it's a terrible world that we live in. Let's just say that.
well, I was listening to Mystery Hour, and there was a question about Back to the Future, and he was talking about how we live in the bad future essentially because Biff Tannen's president.
Yeah. I haven't listened to Mystery Hour in a while. I've been listening to Dice Funk a lot. I'm working backwards. Like, I started listening to them on their 5th season. They're Dungeons and Dragons comedy podcast. I started on the 5th season because it had several people in it that I knew, or a couple of people that I knew and liked. And I really liked it. So I went back and I started listening to the 4th season. And I'm just going to work my way back. At least back to season 2. I don't know about season 1. Aside from the guy who runs the show, I don't know anybody in season 1. But it's fun. Laugh a lot. But season 4 is very on point with the current political climate.
Oh, really?
The guy who runs it, his name it's Austin Yorsky. I don't know if you know who that is or not.
No. Should I?
He's no, he's a YouTuber. I didn't know if you knew him or not. He's not like super huge or anything, but he's, at least last time I checked on him, he's like a mid-tier YouTuber. A couple 100,000 subs. But anyways, he was like, I swear to God, I wrote this like, I always work like 2 seasons ahead. I swear to God, I wrote this in like 2015, and it's like all stuff that has been going on now. He's like, when I wrote this seemed like pretty crazy. Satire's dead, y'all.
Yeah, I finally got around to listening to that Intelligence Squared talking about is Trump bad for comedy. Essentially, the entire argument against him, or saying that he is bad, is that it's making some comedians not want to do certain what they consider risky jobs anymore, and that it's making people a bit lazy. But on the flip side, the argument against it was that since it's lowered the bar, it makes good comedy stand out even more. Anybody can make a huge joke, but making a point about it. And the current political climate is a lot more on point nowadays and more necessary. I mean, I didn't think he was bad for comedy. One of the few things that he's probably not bad for, right?
Yeah.
But it felt like the argument of that he was bad for comedy was kind of weak. One of the better episodes, unfortunately.
Ooh, there. And I'm not carrying any logs or anything, but it'd still suck if I flipped over.
Yeah, I'm gonna back you up. I'm almost there, actually. I think.
Check the map. Yeah, you're not too far behind me.
To be fair, I took
All things considered.
3 major shortcuts. I went down 2 mountains and then over land across 1. But I'm starting to run low on fuel.
Well, if you make it to my fuel truck, I can fill you up.
Oh, baby. But are you going to give me fuel?
I mean, if you take it well enough. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, huh? I need to watch some Monty Python.
You act like you're kind of subtle. You're many things. Subtle is not one of them. You're about as subtle as a ball-peen hammer.
What time are we at?
55 minutes, so we're coming up on time.
Okay. I had started my recorder like a couple minutes early, so I wasn't sure exactly how far off it was.
Well, even though my phone's battery is practically shot, it's still good for a timer when it's plugged in. Not looking forward to that bill. That's probably going to be like 70 or 80 bucks, huh?
To buy a new battery or to pay somebody to replace it?
Pay someone to replace it. Because I watched some videos on it and not comfortable with that level of ripping and tearing. Well, not comfortable with that level of ripping and tearing and planning on putting it back together, I should say.
Well, if you smash it, I'll pay $20 for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'd spend all that to ship it to you.
Got a laptop I need to work on. Not smash. This one's from a different coworker. But he told me it wasn't a rush job. He just wanted, like, it was an old laptop he had, and it wasn't working. He wanted to get it working and just have it as like a backup or for his grandkids to play with whenever they come over.
Yeah. Okay. To the left.
I hooked on something? There we go.
Phonics?
Hooked on phonics. I just wasn't picking the logs up for some reason. My crane wasn't.
You know, it's nice to have a truck that just doesn't give a shit.
It's one of the reasons why I frequently go for those D and E class trucks.
Yeah, next map, we're going to find out if I can take my American trucks out for a spin. Or at least a couple of them.
Yeah, I need to pick up that DLC.
Yeah, especially since the fall sale's on. Or we're waiting until the winter sale.
Is it on sale right now? I mean, if it's on sale right now, I'll buy it right now.
I'm actually not sure. I didn't check. If it's not on sale now, the winter sale definitely will have it.
Damn you, Truck Simulator. I've been doing really good. I just double tapped Y to like make sure I was in forward gear. Popped up no winch points or no anchor points available.
Oh, I'm going to come right up on my fuel truck whenever I'm out of fuel. I'm at 43, 42 liters, and I'm pulling up to the fuel truck.
Come on, truck.
Oh, baby. Fill
Pull yourself out.
I'm not going to be too far behind you. Assuming you didn't tear up the road here, I could just have to get through the water here that you were stuck in originally.
Yeah, my route is pretty destroyed on the way back. I got stuck several times.
This poor trailer is probably traumatized, though. I've seen places.
I've seen some shit. It was piled this high. There was a monkey on top, flinging it.
Named Todd Howard.
It was not pretty.
Oh, you pulled over for me, or are you just stuck?
Yes. I did pull over for you, but I think I'm stuck. Oh wait, there's a tree over there I can winch to as soon as you go past, so I'll be fine. Winch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the logging station. Mostly because I don't have a crane.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm not coming back. I'm on my way.
That's alright. We'll just pull to the left here and go through the logging station.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, that was close. I nearly flipped over. I was like, it's going to be cutting it, like in my head, I'm thinking this is going to be cutting it close, but if I can like ride this embankment a little bit, I can avoid the mud, won't get stuck. Well, I nearly flipped over, so I had to bring it all back down.
And load it up.
Nice.
And we're at just past the hour mark. So should we park it here and talk about the interwebs?
Sure. I'm mostly stuck anyways, so... It's that big... or that pond... big area of resting water. I've approached it from a different angle, hoping that will help me not get stuck. And so far, it doesn't seem to have helped any. Unless I can creatively winch myself. But if you want to find me on the YouTubes, and you're not on my YouTube channel already, you can do so by searching for Gaming Psychologists. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so at JMA4707. And if you want to see the two of us or listen to the two of us discuss video games for a lengthy period of time, you can do so by searching for the Video Game Logic podcast on your podcasting app of choice, or head on over to vglpodcast.podbean.com and grab our RSS feed directly. Words. What about you, buddy? Where can they find you and your things?
Well, if you wish to find my many things, well, you're out of luck because I'm kind of behind on creating content lately, but I do have a few things out there, so there is that. You could find me over on the YouTubes, Gaming with Caffeine Rage, where in theory would have a lot more content, but things have happened, but I'm still producing, so there is that. I'm not completely dead, I'm just mostly dead. Right?
I'm not dead yet.
Oh, quiet. When the algorithm gets refreshed, you're going to be stone dead. But I do also occasionally stream on the Twitch, twitch.tv/caffeine_rage, which is a bit of a mouthful, but I'm sure Jared would appreciate it.
Wink.
And since I don't really have a set schedule, the best way to be able to catch me, if you don't just follow me and turn on notifications, because for some reason that's not a standard thing on Twitch, and also Twitch tends to turn off notifications after a while. Did you ever notice that?
No, I did not.
Oh, as your connection goes a little south there for a moment. Yeah, they'll actually turn off connections if you miss enough stream, or turn off notifications if you miss enough streams, which is irritating. But you can also catch me on the Twitter, Gaming with CR, and I will warn whenever I'm about to stream in the next few hours, so that is a good way to catch me otherwise. And I do believe that's all. The podcast page of bglpodcast.podbean.com has links to all our media. So if you missed a link or want an easy way to just get all our stuff in one handy place, it's right there. So I think that wraps us up for the day.
Sweet. That means it's time for me to say bye-bye now.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
So are you going to be done being a stick in the mud and actually drive?
I'm trying.
Shut up and drive.
It's not working so great.